Athena Ali, the Get Noticed coach, career strategist and government job application specialist. Welcome to my live broadcast today on the 3 reasons why working on your personal brand is crucial in landing a 6-figure public sector job. Now, before I start today, I'd like to do my acknowledgement to country. In the spirit of reconciliation, I'd like to acknowledge our traditional custodians of country throughout Australia, and their connections to land, sea and community, and I pay respects to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today. Welcome. In this weekly live, let's find out what the 3 reasons why working on your personal brand is crucial in landing a 6-figure public sector role. I'm going to look at what your personal brand actually is, why you need one for a 6-figure public sector job, and what you can do about yours starting from today. These are some of the questions that I'm going to unpack today. If you are here live, please say hi in the comments below. If you're watching the replay, I'd love you to type in #replay. And if for some reason you lose connection here on LinkedIn, I'm also broadcasting live on YouTube as well. Welcome. So let's get started. What is personal branding? Okay, I guess personal branding is a way to create an identity for yourself that's specific to you. It's how you project your brand, your values, your mission perhaps, and making sure that your target audience actually knows who you are, what you can do, how well you do it, and why they need to choose you over everybody else. Okay, I guess personal branding is not just about marketing yourself, but it's about possibly even standing for something, potentially your vision, your mission, and those things can often make you look different to other candidates in the pool. Okay, and I want to talk about why personal branding is so important. Well, at the moment, we do have probably more people than jobs at the moment, but they're in certain specialty areas, and particularly in positions where you're looking at management, director and CEO, there aren't as many roles at these levels. There are fewer roles at these levels. And as a result, you need to stand out against other people who may have more experience than you or who may have different experience from you. But making yourself different from them and creating creating an impression overall through consistent marketing of your brand is the way you can stand out. Now, personal branding really is about your reputation. It's about making yourself memorable and different from your potential competitors, because you also may have done the same things or similar things, but how do you make yourself different from each other? If you've all been an engineer, for example, or you've all done the same types of things as an engineer, how do you then move forward to show that you're different, that you've learnt different things, or that you've specialised in different things? Okay, and a lot of people in the public sector don't realise how important personal branding is. And when you really take a look at those who are more successful, they've worked on this a lot more than perhaps you have, even though you might be the one doing the most work in the office. So it's really important to start working on this if you haven't already. Now, I wanted to talk about the 3 reasons why you would have a personal brand, and I've touched on this already. But the first one is that it does help you stand out from the crowd. It means personal branding also is about what others think and say about you when you're not in the room. Okay, it's about your reputation. It's about what they remember about you to repeat to others when you're not there. Now, you want to be able to control what they're saying about you rather than them deciding what it is that you stand for or what your reputation or your expertise or your thought leadership is. So by controlling that, you actually can stand out as differently from other people who are going for the same roles. You know, everyone will potentially have the same degree as you in terms of qualifications. They may have, as I said, an engineer will have learnt the exact same things at university as you. You may have done the same type of asset or project related roles. So how do you make yourself different? Okay, you've got to make yourself the one that they remember as different. Okay, and personal branding can also help you if you do stand out from the crowd. You can also command a better salary. You may be able to ask for to go up in banding or a different contract or different types of flexible work arrangements because you are the only person they can hire for that job. Okay, and when you stand out as different from everybody else and they can't find someone else like you, then in order to lure you into this position, they'll need to find something that will attract you to want that role. Okay. The second thing is that it leads to opportunity. Okay, it's really competitive. It can be competitive in these roles. So having a strong personal brand means opportunities actually come to you. Okay, it might mean you get special projects that relate specifically to what your personal brand is about or what your expertise or thought leadership is about. So people will come to you asking for your expertise, or they might ask you to help them on special projects or committees. And when you've got a personal brand, you actually get asked to do these things. You don't have to apply, and this just adds further to your bank of experience that you can then market or sell when you do want to look for another role. Okay, and people remember you when you have a strong personal brand, and they will remember to seek you out when they need to. Okay, the other thing is, the third reason why a personal brand is so important is that people trust you more. Okay, when you're the only one that can do what you can do and you've displayed that through consistent marketing, what you'll find is people trust you. That's why they come to you and ask you if you want to do a special project. That's why they come and ask you to apply for roles, because they trust you already that you have the skills and experience that they need to help them with the outcomes of their current role. Okay, so it's super important to create that identity for yourself that is different from everybody else. Okay, when people know who you are, they know what you stand for, they know what your vision is for yourself and for others around you, they already know what to expect from you. And when we already know what we expect from you, we're certain you can help us with this new role, which means they're more confident to come to you and ask you to do these things. Or when you go to apply, they're more likely to come. They're more likely to hire you because they already trust you. Okay, and a really strong personal brand will absolutely help you with that. So how do you get started in developing your own brand if you haven't done that from now? Well, one good place to start is to do a bit of an audit of yourself and work out who you are, what your skills are, what is your expertise, what do you offer that's different from your competition. Okay, you get to decide what your personal brand is, and doing personal branding exercises means you control what your reputation is, not others. Okay, the other thing you can do is start to create consistent messaging. So you will do that in your resume, your cover letter, key selection criteria, and it also then translates into the same message when you go to the interview. Okay. The third thing you can do is to clean up your social media accounts and make sure that they are reflective of that brand that you want to portray out into the world. You want them to find what you want them to find rather than them finding something that doesn't necessarily portray what you want, what you want them to see. And the fourth thing is that you can do, and that's really simple, is get your LinkedIn profile optimized to attract recruiters and hiring managers from the public sector. Okay. Not all jobs, all jobs will be advertised in the public sector. However, you might find out about opportunities before they're advertised. You might actually get asked, tapped on the shoulder and get asked to apply for roles. So it's super important to get your LinkedIn profile consistent with your own other documents. I often see, public sector people coming to me wanting their resume, cover letter, LinkedIn and key selection criteria written for them, but they omit doing the LinkedIn profile. And then there's no consistency between that message that you want to portray online, because believe me, everyone is looking at you online, particularly on LinkedIn. So you want to create a really consistent message and profile with all your other online and offline documents and profiles. Okay. So they're my tips around why it's crucial to work on your brand to land a six-figure public sector role. Now, if you'd like to work with me, I am currently looking for 5 public servants who are looking for a new six-figure public sector role and would like to create or update their LinkedIn profile so that they can be headhunted by hiring managers or recruiters. Now, this is a pilot or beta program where you work with me in a group container over 4 weeks. This is going to be starting next Thursday, 28th of July, after this live, for the first half-hour group coaching session. As this is a beta program, the full and final program will be valued at $599, but for this beta round, because I like to work really closely with 5 people, and there may be some changes that come out of working with these people. It's only going to be $299 for this beta round of the program. So this is a real special opportunity to work with me in a really small group setting so that you get individualized attention in that time and able to ask me your questions about your profiles, and we create your profiles together, and we go through the steps to do that and how you can use LinkedIn to actually create that messaging and brand that you want going forward for the role that you're looking for. And we want to do that, so that you can get headhunted by recruiters and hiring managers. So if you want to work with me in the next 4 weeks to do this for the special beta price of $299, do get in quick, because I'm expecting that those 5 places will be taken up by the end of the week. But the offer does end next Tuesday at 3 p.m. So if you are interested, please reply or pop a comment down below interested, and I can give you some more details. Alternatively, you can DM me as well, and we can have a further conversation about that offline. I hope you've enjoyed this live today about the 3 reasons you need to work on your personal brand to land a 6-figure public sector job. And I will see you next week. In the meantime, bye.